Shabbat Shalom for the second or third time if you're live tonight. I'm Kohenet Katsira once again coming to you from OneShul in our cyber sanctuary, our temporal, timeless temple, our Mishkan in the ether between the wires and the worlds. We seem to be having a little bit of technology challenge tonight. I dialed back sort of the output on my side, so hopefully that will start to resolve it for everyone. There also might be just an internet issue happening, which I cannot control. So hopefully not too bad for everybody, and it will be a good service overall for everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I posted the link to tonight's Siddur in the chat room. And again, about the only other thing I can do to fix it is reboot my router, which is going to take us down for quite a while, for 10 to 15 minutes. So we're going to see if we can make do tonight. Please let me know in the chat room if it's your first time with us. I don't think so. I think all the names are looking familiar, but let me know. And we've posted the link, I posted the link to tonight's Siddur in the chat room. So let's take just a deep breath before we begin. And be here. Nothing like a little bit of technical challenge at the very beginning to have it not quite feel like we're here and now and in this space together. So everyone, let's just take 3 deep breaths together. Breathe in Shabbat, breathe out the week. One more time. In Shabbat and out the week. And as many of you know, that's my practice, my intention, my kavanah, when I'm lighting the candles and drawing in the light and releasing the light. So it is well past dark where I am in Washington, D.C. in the United States. Looks like we have a mixed group, East and West Coast United States, and then it also looks like Katie and Oren, it looks like you might be coming in from Panama. So let us know, are you in Panama? So my candles are very much already lit tonight, as I'm sure many of yours are. For some of you, the sun may just be setting. But regardless of where we are in the world and where the light is, and if we've already lit our candles, let's say the candle blessings together. And if you've lit your candles, maybe just put them in view so you can see them. If they've already burned down, bring them up in your mind's eye. And again, we'll do the breathing out of the week and drawing in and breathing in Shabbat. And as always, I'm going to say the candle blessings on page 2 in feminine God language. And as with this prayer and all the others that you'll encounter in our service, I invite and truly welcome you to use whatever God language is true and resonant for you. And that would be if we were in physical space together or in our cyber Mishkan together. It's really beautiful to hear the different ways we all experience holiness in the language that we choose to use. So let's light our candles, whether in physical practice or in spiritual practice, and say the blessings together. Bruchat Shechina Eloteinu Ruach Haolam Asher kidshatnu b'mitzvoteha v'tzivotnu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Holy One. Your presence fills creation, making us holy through the sacred connective action of lighting the Sabbath lights. And we breathe out the week and in Shabbat. And out the week and in Shabbat. And out the week and in Shabbat. And if you need to breathe out the week a little bit more, go ahead. If you need to breathe in Shabbat a little more, to be here and now. Shake off whatever is in the back of your mind of what's happened this week, anything that's going to happen next week. Take those deep breaths in, deep breaths out, to clear yourself in and out so you can be in this space, in this place, in this time between time, in this moment that is that pause between breaths, right? As you're breathing in and out, there's the breath in, and there's that amazing pause, and then the exhale, and then the pause. And Shabbat is that pause between your breath, where we don't have to anticipate anything, worry about what's happened, or make or create anything. We're just in that between breaths. And as you maybe contemplate that place between the breaths, and maybe you're now engaging in a breathing practice to feel it, we'll read our meditation on receiving Shabbat on page 3. And I haven't asked this in a little bit in a very direct way, but I'm finding myself very curious tonight. What does receiving Shabbat mean to you personally tonight? And maybe it's what it always means to you. But just in that place between breaths, listen for what does it mean to you tonight, this space, this place, this time, to receive Shabbat. And not even that abstract to receive, but to be in receiving Shabbat. It's what Kabbalat Shabbat, the name of the service, means. And this meditation that I'm going to read was created a couple of years ago from this question, from this community. And maybe only one or two of you were here when we did this. But I want to hear tonight, what does it mean to you? What are you receiving? What does it mean? What are you receiving, or what does it mean to you to be receiving Shabbat? Receiving the Sabbath means receiving a small taste of what the world to come shall be like. A world freed from hatred, fear, and violence, receiving the Holy One's everlasting grace and love, coming together with the tribe, sacred space, sacred place, holy and sacred love, stepping out of time and into the divine, diving deep, deep, deep into the pool of divine, blessings, so we may re-emerge, so we may re-emerge, overflowing with love, compassion, and bliss, bringing tikkun hanefesh, repair of the spirit, tikkun halev, repair of the heart-mind, and tikkun olam, repair of the world into this world. And it also means tonight to this community a glimmer of hope to hold on to, a deeper understanding of self-care and recognizing the authentic self, meditation, relaxing, reflection time, resting, mind clearing, hopeful for peace and love and everlasting happiness. And let us say, Amen. And as we move through our service tonight, and it's a lot of concepts, but as you're breathing that in, that out, what part are you repairing tonight? Where is your space of repair? Is it tikkun hanefesh, repair of the soul? And remember, in Jewish tradition, our soul has many, many layers. And depending on which version, there's 3, there's 5, there's probably more than that. But in the practice I've been studying most recently, there are 3 layers of the soul. There is that innermost spark of divine that cannot be hurt, harmed, darkened, dimmed, or dirtied by the world, in anyone, by anyone. It is the spark of divine that is in everyone and everything. Then there is that next layer of the soul, which is surrounding it. And that layer of the soul, it is your animating self. It is your inner self, and it can be damaged, but it can also be repaired. And then there is our outer soul, and it's the part that people come most in contact with, and the part that we push out to the world, and it gets really dirty, and really sometimes needs to be repaired and cleansed. So maybe tonight that's where you are, is in that tikkun hanefesh space, that repair of the soul. Or maybe it's tikkun halev. And in Jewish tradition, in our scripture, Lev, the heart, was the heart-mind. Wisdom sat in the heart. The women who were of wise heart were the ones who spun the thread, the yarn, for the Mishkan. And it's referred to in other places of the heart is your wisdom. So maybe it's your body knowing, or the connection of your heart and your mind that needs to be repaired, or the knowledge that they are connected, or your belief in your mind wisdom or your heart wisdom. So maybe this Shabbat, that's what you're opening to being repaired. Or maybe it's tikkun olam. Maybe you're out marching in the streets right now. Not right now, but in general. And you need to just meditate and rest and step back from tikkun olam to bring that back into the world. Wherever you are is wherever you need to be. And Shabbat brings us the opportunity for the healing and reviving of all of those levels of our being and our world. And Shabbat Shalom, I think Philippa just joined us. And by the way, any of you, if I'm saying your name wrong, figure out how to get it to me in phonetics so I can say it correctly, or let it so I can hear it and hear you say it. So we move now into our Lecha Dodi. And I briefly considered using another song from that same album that we started with, which I didn't mention was the amazing artist Yofia. She was the first person I ever heard do Jewish kirtan, long before I knew Reb Drew, the kirtan rabbi. So that was her song at the beginning, Echad ve'echad. And she has a beautiful Echadudi as well. But I think since we were having some musical challenges, we will use the version that is in your Siddur tonight, which again was created for this community, with this community, by this community, all about meditating on the idea of receiving. So as we sing our Lecha Dodi tonight, I invite you to take in and consider what it is you are receiving in Shabbat, and again, what receiving Shabbat means to you and what you are receiving. Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Boikala, Boikala, welcome Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnect us with our faith. And again, depending on where you physically are, it may be well into evening. It's pretty dark here. Stars are out well past 3 stars in the sky. But we begin our Ma'ariva, our evening prayers, with the Baruch Hu, and then we'll go right into Ma'ariva on page 6. Baruch Hu et habrecha hamurechet, Brucha habrecha hamurechet le'olam va'ed, Brucha habrecha hamurechet le'olam va'ed. Blessing to the pool of blessing, blessing to the pool of blessing in all the worlds throughout eternity. Blessing to the pool of blessing in all the worlds throughout eternity. Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, you open up the gates of time. Mariva, Aravim, you flow each moment so sublime. Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, you cycle forth the seasons. Mariva, Aravim, you who give life reason. Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, you roll the dark and still the light. Mariva, Aravim, you shine the day and soft the night. Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim, Mariva, Aravim. And I think Krista may have just coined my new way of welcoming all of you to OneShul services, and I hope you will use with each other. Shabbat Shalom, you beautiful, beautiful souls. We move now with the darkness flowing over us, the night wrapping around us, the end of one day, beginning of another, and that place of twilight between breaths, Shabbat, into our Ahavat Olam, the world love, on page 8 of your Siddur. A world love you have woven for your people, Yisrael, through the sacred threads of Torah and mitzvot. When we lie down and when we rise, 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 rise up, we will meditate on your patterns, and we will play with the warp and weft of your Torah and mitzvot forever. For they clothe our lives and our days, and we will wrap ourselves in them as days and nights go by. Do not take away your love from us. Blessed are you, Yah Shekhinah Oreget, whose love is woven into your people, Yisrael. Before we move into our Shema and I start asking you more questions, like what is the name of holiness that you are praying your Shema to tonight? Ooh, I can't type tonight. I want you to go back over the words of Ahavat Olam, and yes, this version, but the intent is the same. And think about what it means to be woven into the world love. What it means to say when we lie down and when we rise up. What does it mean to clothe our lives and our days and to wrap ourselves in this love as days and nights go by? Right now we are in that beautiful rest, the place between worlds, that cosmic pause. But we go into that cosmic pause each week so we can be refreshed and renewed and bring it back out into the world. The point is to feel it so you act on it. To do Judaism in the world, to be Jewish in the world, to have your actions be informed by the idea that we are woven of God and that we are weaving God in everything we do, and that God is weaving us and the world through every action we take. And so right now we're in the pause. Pressure's off a little bit. We breathe in Shabbat and out the week. But the idea is to take that pause so we behave in the world as though every action, every moment is God weaving the world through us and weaving us through every action in the world. Ahavat Olam. Blessed are you, Ya Shekhinah Oregat, whose love is woven into your people, Yisrael. Amen. And with that soapbox moment, I ask as always, what is the name of holiness that you are saying, praying your Shema to tonight? What is the name of holiness that weaves through you? So we can weave all of these names of holiness together and have a better understanding of what it means to be holy and what the Holy One is becoming. And we begin with the invocation on page 9, which translates for the sake of the unification of all the faces of holiness, of God. And we will then say our Shema together. And I'll say mine in, is it feminine God? No, it's not feminine God language tonight. This is technically a masculine name because Hebrew is gendered. Hashem Yechud Kol Penei Elohut Shema Yes Just a few names from our community tonight. Shekhinah, Adonai, Ehyeh, Esher Ehyeh. I am becoming what I am becoming. And we move through the rest of our Shema, the V'ahavta, the second half of the Shema. Another command of love, and you shall love. And let's do the English again tonight, since that is the shared language of this community and is the mother tongue of most in this community. And if what you need tonight is to chant this in the Hebrew, then you are more than welcome to do so. And you shall love becoming the Holy One with all your heart, all your spirits, and all your gifts. These words which connect you to holiness on this day, you shall inscribe upon your heart. You shall teach them to your children and speak of them when you sit in the house, when you walk on the path, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Tie them as a sign upon your hand, and let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Let's pause there. I know we're in a flow. We're going to pause there for a second because I want you to try that if you're open to it. Write the words on the doorposts of your body and on the gates of your body, your legs, your arms, the doorposts, and the gates, your legs. Bring these words into your soul, into your body, into your cellular structure. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And if you listen deeply to the desires with which holiness engages you each day, and love indwelling your Holy One, and serve holiness with all your heart, mind, and spirit, then there will be rain for the earth in its time, so the autumn and spring, and you will gather in corn and wine and oil, and there will be grass on the land so the cattle may feed, and you, all you species of earth, will eat and be satisfied. Be careful that you do not become foolish-hearted and turn to serve gods that are separate from the web of life, that separate you from the web of life, and bow down to them. For then the way of the weaver will be lost to you, and the heavens will close, so there is no rain, and the earth will not give her produce, and you will quickly be lost from this good earth that has been given you. Therefore, put these words inside your heart and your spirit. Tie them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Then, your days and your children's days will be long on the earth that the weaver promised to your ancestors, like the days of the sky over the earth. There's so much in that prayer. And that translation, it's not that creative a translation. Go back and check any prayer book you want, and you'll find there is so much in there about walking right in the world, not just with humanity, but with the earth, and treating the earth with respect. And so we may have enough to eat and actually feel satisfied with what we eat, and not feel that gnawing emptiness at the bottom of so much of our society now. And so much of treating the earth right, so there will be grass on the land so the cattle may feed, and not oceans slowly rising up to flood the land, and too much rain when we don't need it, and not enough rain when we do need it. So write those words on the doorposts and the gates of your body so you can live this way in the world. And we move into the answer of how. How are we strong enough for this? Page 12, your Micha Mocha. In the light or the darkness. If I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all, in the light or the darkness. If I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. You are not alone at all. We are not alone at all. Let yourself be in this moment. Let yourself feel held. Become or imagine as fully aware as you can all that is holding you right now. However you understand God, Goddess, Holiness, Ein Sof, Shekhinah. However you understand the idea of angels or the heavenly hosts or the unseen beings. However you understand or imagine the elemental forces of the world and elemental beings. However you imagine or understand the spirits within all things, the souls, the animating spirits and presence of everything around you. However you imagine or understand your ancestors and their role in your life, whether it is purely psychological, whether it is genetic, whether it is spiritual, that they are still with you, or any combination thereof. Imagine, understand, behold the communities that you work in and out of that hold you, including this one. And imagine and be held by your family of blood or spirit that walk with you in your daily life. And imagine, behold, and be held by the animal and plant allies and companions in your life. And let's finish with imagine, behold, and be held by the physical place that you are, your home, the earth under your feet, the gravity that holds you here, and the entire universe and cosmic order that we live within. So much in this light or darkness. We are not alone. We'll move into our Amidah, our standing prayer. On page 18 tonight, again in the English. And in that idea of being held in communities, stay for the end of our service, because if you didn't see the monthly newsletter, I have a surprise for you. And if you saw the monthly newsletter, hang out so you get the link. So in that space of being held, hold yourself, stand, rise as you are able. Connect your body to the physical space you're in, whether that's by physically standing, if that's where you are comfortable in your practice, or if you're seated, connect yourself as firmly as you can to the space you're seated in. Hold your spine up as straight as you are able. Maybe raise your arms in the air. Have your feet as comfortably connected to the earth as you can, as you are able, as is right for you. Connecting yourself through. And let us read together the Amidah, Shemona Esrei, and experience it tonight as a prayer of connection, of being held and hold, and of being in community. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, our deity and deity of our mothers and fathers, divine one of Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel v'Bilhah, and Leah v'Zilpah, of Abraham, of Yitzhak and Yaakov, great Holy One, strong, revered, exalted, pouring out your abundant kindness on the earth, nesting in everything and remembering the web of kindness we and our ancestors have woven, so that you weave our children into it as well, for the sake of your name, dwelling in love among us. O holiness revered of our ancestors, delight in our rest. Make us holy through engaging with mitzvot, and may your teachings be the earth we cultivate. Satisfy us with your abundance and make us glad in the ever-unfolding spiral of life's journey. Clarify our hearts that we may, clarify our hearts that we may serve the world through truth and allow us to inherit the love that is Shabbat. May all who wrestle with the divine and the holy come to find rest on this day. Blessed is the holy that sanctifies Shabbat. Be glad, Shekhinah, in the generations of our tribe and their prayers, and return your rituals to your holy shrine, the earth. Accept the offerings of the people and their prayers in love, and may our ceremonies always rise, rise, rise to join with your desires. May peace, abundance, blessing, grace, and compassion come to us and all Israel and all the world. Bless us, Mother, source of being, in one in the light of your presence. For in the light of your many, many, many faces, you have given us a path of life, loving kindness, and justice, and blessing, and mercy, and life, and peace. May our eyes be your eyes, shining and blessing your people everywhere with peace. Blessed are you, Yah Shekhinah, who blesses her people, Yisrael, and all those who dwell on earth with the potential for peace. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Osa shalom b'mromav, hitaseh shalom aleinu. Osa shalom b'mromav, hitaseh shalom aleinu. May she who makes peace shine peace upon all of us. May she who makes peace shine peace upon all of us. And as we say Amen to our Amidah and move into prayers for healing. And I know we're running a little long because we started a little bit late. I want to invite us into a practice that I just learned about. And I think it's really beautiful. And I'm going to bring in a specific thing for this later. But tonight I'm realizing I really want to bring this in. So I've been listening to the podcast Kaddish, and it's all about, and I know we're doing prayers for healing, connect that thought. It's all about the idea of mourning in Judaism, and it's an entire podcast unpacking the prayer Mourner's Kaddish. And one of the ideas that it brings in is that we need both Kaddish for personal losses, And then we need a Kaddish now for big communal losses. And tonight we're going to bring that in, not in Kaddish, but in prayers for healing. So in our first prayer for healing, I'm going to ask you to share the names of those personal people in your life in need of healing. We're going to do a second prayer for healing that is for big ideas and big things in need of healing, communal healing needs. But first, we'll take a moment to pause and think on who it is in our lives that we know and love that are in need of healing tonight. As we think on those in our lives that are in need of healing, whether we say those names aloud or in our hearts, we say the prayer for healing on page 22. And I want to put one specific name out there who is a community member, Rabbi Misha Ben David, who is recovering from a severe health crisis. He is in my personal prayers tonight. I also want to name my dear friend Angela Raincatcher, who has been struggling with health challenges as well. We also pray tonight for Oren's grandfather and Katie's mom, stepmom, and grandmother. And again, others may have those they are naming in their hearts or will share as we continue our service. Eloheinu, Holy One, let us know healing. Let us be nurtured in body and spirit, and weave us into the wings of your Shekhinah. Let our prayers resonate on the strings of the web of life, and know that we are ready to receive healing. Oreget Shekhinah, Yah, weaver, presence, breathing life of the world. Let all those we have named aloud or in our hearts, and all those with no one to pray for them, know healing of body, mind, and spirit swiftly and soon. And let us say, Amen. And tonight I would like to very much invite you all to name the big things. Not that personal healing and health is not a big thing, but things that are beyond a person's health that you feel are in need of healing. What are those things that you wish to pray for that are in need of healing in the world? Whether they are causes you have heard about, individuals you have heard about, the earth, the country, whatever it is. But what are those things that are in need of healing tonight? And we'll do the song on page 23. A couple of verses of that. We'll do that 3 times to bless up all of those things in our world that may be in need of healing. And I have more than a few in my own mind, but I'm going to open this space for you all to name out those things that need to be healed. And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? Could it be the Holy Blessed One? Yai la 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 la. Lie, la la lie, la lie, la la lie, 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 la lie, lie, lie. Yai, la la lie, la la lie, la lie, 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 la lie, lie. I'm alive. And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? Could it be the Holy Blessed One? Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. I'm alive. And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? Could it be the Holy Blessed One? Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. I'm alive. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. You're alive. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. We're alive. So many things that we have named: individuals, people, beings, places, spaces that are in need of healing tonight. Let us take 3 breaths for the healing of body, mind, and spirit of both the individuals and the larger aspects of our lives and our worlds that need to be healed. And tonight, we'll do our Aleinu on page 24. We'll do 1 verse of that and move into our Mourner's Kaddish. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Take a moment, pause and think on those individuals we have loved and lost. And I invite you, as always, to name them in the chat room before we say our Mourner's Kaddish.
ברכתה ושירתה מכל ברכתה ושירתה מכל ברכתה ושירתה.
And we'll say the Mourner's Kaddish. The Aramaic Hebrew is on page 25, transliteration on 26. Yikra v'yikra shmei Rabba, b'amna divrach hirtei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uv'meyachon uv'chay dekol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amin. Yehei shmei Rabba mivrach le'olam ol me'al maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'ne'emata da'amiran ba'alma v'yimru amin. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amin. Oseh shalom b'imramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amin. And among the many names tonight my Kaddish is for Lucy Daly. We also say Kaddish for Annette's mother and father, Shirley and Jack, Philippa's grandmother, Julius Lenbuter, and the yahrzeit of Arava's mother, Kathleen. We say it for Allison, Allison's mother, and also for the yahrzeit of my mother-in-law, Peggy Droglis. For all those we have named in our hearts or in our prayers, may the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and may all who mourn find comfort, and let us say, Amen. And before we move into our final blessing tonight, I'm going to share the link that I promised to share with you all earlier, and that is to our new OneShul member community. It is a private, closed community. You cannot find it on Facebook by searching. You have to have the link. And we are, for the time being, we, OneShul, are defining members as you all who are here tonight. Those of you who attend services. We are creating this community so we can better support one another and get to know one another and really build on the bonds of friendship and community and Jewish life that we are building here at OneShul. But I know not everyone wants to do on the public Facebook page, where it just doesn't necessarily feel as safe or as communal. So I'm going to post the link in the chat room for you all, and it will not be here later. We are going to delete it. We're really going to try to ensure that the people in this Facebook community are those of you who attend services. We're not putting a limit on how many you have to attend or how frequently you have to attend, but just that you are someone who shows up. And if you're watching this and you're someone who's been to services many times, you can't come right now for some reason, reach out to me. You know how to find me, so let me know. Some of you received invitations right before the service. I quickly was able to get some out to a bunch of people who have been regulars for some time. If you know someone I missed, let me know. We'll get them invited. But this is your space, your community to get to know each other within a private space. It is Facebook, but it is a private community. And we will keep it as safe a community as we can. And safe doesn't mean someone might not upset you. Just means a safe, a good space, a healthy space. And we're not really going to moderate much of what happens unless we see people being abusive, in which case they'll be gone. We're not going to put up with abusive behavior at all. We'll make sure people feel good, and we hope you engage in dialogue with each other. There's a lot we agree on, but I bet there's a lot we can learn from each other, or challenge each other on, and share with each other about the many ways we experience Jewish practice. So I hope that you will all check it out, try it, bring it to life. And you'll see that the background, the banner, whatever it's called, was at least tonight's version of what I am envisioning our space, our temple to look like on the inside. So if you have a vision and can find a photograph, or if you're an artist and want to draw a picture of what you think our space can look like, or what it looks like to you, again, send it. And we'll post it, and we'll keep rotating out, or post it in the Facebook page, and we'll put it up as the banner from time to time, so we can share the many ways we all visualize what the OneShul space looks like. And if you're wondering about the name of the group Echad Echat, that was also why I played that song Echad ve'Echad at the beginning. Echad and Echat are the two Hebrew words that mean one, as in OneShul. Echad, the masculine, Echat, the feminine. I'm going to post the link one more time, and hopefully that will work. And you should, with the link, be able to click through and find it. So hopefully this will work for everyone. Once you have the link, I believe if you have the link, you can get to it. You just can't find it otherwise. If you have other problems, email me, ketzira@punktorah.org, and we'll figure out how to get you invited. We want to make sure everyone can get invited. Oh no, Philippa. Okay, so I will figure out how to get you all to this group. Hold on. I'm going to try one more thing. I want to make sure people can find this. But if you can't, oh no, okay, so this is not working the way I wanted. I'm going to do one thing real quick. Hold that thought. This might help. All right, I'm going to make this a closed group right now, because I super want people to be able to get to it. We'll make it private and secret again later. Yeah, make sure you're logged into Facebook. Here's the link. We'll have to delete a bunch of these, but let's try these, and let's see if you can find it now for those of you who it wasn't working for. And then we're going to come back in focus and do our final blessing. And yeah, email me if you can, and we'll see if we can figure this out. I will respond probably on Sunday. Excuse me. May she bless you, and may she keep you, and as she shines her face, may you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace as she brings release. May you give birth to peace. May our eyes be your eyes, shining and blessing your people everywhere with peace. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you for being so excited about the idea of a private space and place for us to get to know each other better and to build the bonds of this community more deeply. That's something in 5777 we're working on some new ideas around what we can do to deepen our communal connections so people really know that this is their community and find ways of bringing us together more and more as a community. And my love to you all and Shabbat blessings. And I hope to see you all back again here soon. The schedule is a bit more updated. Rosh Chodesh has been updated and the upcoming Shabbat services. Oh, yes. And the opening singer was Yofia. And I'll type that in. It's Yofia. And that was from Kabbalah Kirtan, was that album that was from. Shabbat Shalom to you all, and we're going to end our service tonight on a different song than I was planning on because of something that Krista said earlier. So we're going to end our service tonight with Shoshana Jedwab and her song, The Whole Wide World, which is based on the Reb Nachman quote that Krista shared in the chat room a bit earlier. Shabbat Shalom, Laila Tov. I hope to see you all again here very soon. Laila Tov.
The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. Don't be afraid of it.
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 The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge.